Let me share the slides first. So in the earlier classes, like whatever I have taught in module 1 and module 2, do you have any confusion? Have you gone through it? Whatever slides I have shared, have you gone through it? No answer. Probably you people confusion. Okay, today we are going to discuss and today we are going to discuss another thing which is known as a group function. Okay, it comes under like in the whatever part we're studying in the SQL, it will come in that only like group functions because when we study the single table query in like SQL. Okay, actually I told you before also the SQL whatever you are studying and whatever like in the theory class and the lab class both are included in your theory too. It's not that since we are doing in the lab class that will be only needed in your lab. That is important for your like even for your theory. So similarly this part is also we can implement this part whatever we are studying group function, it's basically a like both a theoretical and a like practical concept. So today we'll know like today we'll learn about this concept, and in the next class like if we have a lab then we'll show you how to implement these things. Okay, so basically group functions. So what is a group function? As the name suggests, it performs a set of operation. It will perform an operation on a set of data. So what does this do? This like basically group functions are ANSI standard SQL functions, a standard function in the SQL. So they operate on a set of rows and return one result per group. Okay. So when you write this group by clause, you will get only one result. And also we should know that it like works on a set of rows. Okay. And now the set of rows here can be an entire table only or only a part of the table. Just as we see the practical part, we'll get the understanding of it. Okay, group functions are also called as multi-row functions. Okay, so if someone's refer to group or some to refer as multi-row functions, please understand they are talking about the group function. In contrast to single row function, which result one result per row. Single row functions we haven't studied yet. Probably in the coming classes we'll study about the single row functions. Okay, you can use some group functions only with data number type. So you know this number data type, we have studied the data types in SQL where various types of data types were there number. Then I think we had where various like where character data type were there, timestamp were there. So all this comes right. So you can also use with other group functions with character, then date, varchar to or number data. But we have seen in SQL the number doesn't work. We use the int one, right? Integer that is. Again, group functions writing, how do we write? So we select, write the group function name, within bracket we write the argument from table name, or we can write in this way also. Okay, so I think this is not clear, I'll tell you. Okay, select group function distinct column name. This actually it's overwriting, it's a picture image I have taken, so I think this is not a good image, so it's an overlapping. So this is a distinct keyword. So as the name suggests, when we use the distinct keyword to any column name, so what happens is they will consider all the unique values, all the unique column names it will consider. And when we don't mention or either mention all keyword, then what happens? It consider all values including the duplicate values. So even if we don't mention the keyword all, then also it will do like it will consider the duplicate values, that is all values. That by default it means it is on only. So if we want to go for only unique, then only we should go use the word distinct. Okay. Now group functions and null values. So generally the group functions that they have the tendency to ignore the null values, but there is only one exception, that with the function group function count star, that it will not ignore this function you have already used in your SQL classes. This function will not ignore the null values when it counts the number of rows. Now we'll see the application of the group functions. So here you can see like the group functions. What are the group functions are there? Some of them also you have used also. The average is there, sum is there, standard deviation is there, then variance, mean, max, count. So let us see the syntax one by one. So as you have done for the average also, you can see that for average how we do it. So select, then this is a group function name, that is AVG, and then column name from table name. So you can, if you want to find the average of that column, suppose you have a column name salary, then just you can find the average of that salary. Okay. In additionally, this is also possible. So in general, we use the average with what? Like in the number data type. So number data type includes the float or int data types. Okay. You cannot go for average of the character data type. Okay. So this is an example. So we have done using Oracle's one, like select average of salary from employees. I think you people have done this in SQL and finding the average. Again, we have sum. So same thing, same syntax we are going for, like for how we are doing with sum is like select sum of column name from table name. Similar to that, it's a group function name, and this is how we do it, right? We are summing the salary by into 12 from employees. Here we have used both the function together along with the where clause for only where job ID is SAMAN. That's it. Then we have the min max function. So min max function, as the name suggests, for finding the minimum of any column, you have to use the min function. For finding the maximum of any column, then you have to use the max function. So this is a syntax. So syntax are basically same only for everything, for every functions, group functions. Okay. So here you can use, generally we use the min and max function for with a numeric data type. Okay, for finding the highest and the lowest value. Even it is possible to use the min and max function with the date data type. Okay, so finding the highest date and the like latest date. Even with characters. Okay, if you want to find the first and the last characters. So this is how you do it. Okay, whatever exam you can say, you use the min and max function with like the number data type, date data type, character data type. So you can see the output is also mentioned here. Okay. Next we have the count function. So in the count function, it will return number of rows in a specified group. So basically it will count, right, how many rows are there. So you can use count function with different data types obviously, and if you use count function with a column name expression, it will ignore the null value. So it generally we have seen the count function in our, I think we have counted the number of rows or I think columns. So we can use this count functions. So it is means we are counting everything, right? So asterisk means they are like it will count everything whatever is present in the table. Okay. So here is a example for this count. Okay, so it will count star from employees. So it will count star how many, like where department ID. So how many people are working in the department ID 30. So all the like it will count all the employees. So it is 6 displaying here. So now if you just clearly mention in which department you are talking about, suppose commission PCT, then it will represent also, you can do it. So if it is 6, like it will be star, then it will count everything. But particular department you need to mention in the count as argument. So here you can see distinct also, they have used the keyword distinct. So using the distinct, that means it will ignore any duplicate values. Now we come to the very important part, that is the, is waiting just, okay. Now we come to the important part, which is a group by clause. Okay, we'll be using the group by clause now. This will be a new. So here it's written, right? You can hear the you can use the group by clause to organize rows in a table into groups. So if you want to arrange the rows into some groups, then you use the group by clause. You can use the group to return information for each group. So you can see, for example, is that you can group data in the employees table by department number and then return the average of each department. So first you group it according to the group the employees based on their department IDs and find the average salaries of those departments. Okay, without using the group by, it is not possible. Then without using the group by, what will happen? If you want to find the average salary, it will print the average salary of the entire all the departments. But suppose you want to find out the, suppose there are various departments are there, IT department is there, HR department is there, or like some other departments. Like various departments are there, like admin department. I told you that, I told like about the IT cell. So what happens is, you want to find the salary of like in average salary of each department. So how much salary like each departments get, average, how much average salary. Then in that case, what happens? You first group it and then you use the function average. Okay, it will be then possible for you. Next. So this is basically the syntax for the group function, group by clause. So where you write this one condition, probably after the group by, like after the where condition, you can also use the order by. Order by, I think most of you people have used in the last assignment. I know it's like few days back, in the SQL assignment I gave you. So there you found the order by clause, right? You have order. So these things, like you place the group by clause between where between the where condition and the order by clause. Okay, you can also specify the group by keyword by a column name. You know why people are joining late. Or expression that indicates how can you how you want to group the rows. So now let's check. Let's check an example for group by. So before that, I want to tell you that the select clause can contain only the column or columns that appear in the group by clause in addition to any function. In addition to any group function or functions, using a where clause with a group clause is optional. Okay, if you want to use where clause, that is with a group function, is basically optional. You can exclude the use of this where clause to exclude rows without dividing them into groups. Okay, so by default, rows are sorted in ascending order. So when you use the group function, rows will be like sorted in the ascending order. So if you want to change it, we need to use a different function for it, that you want to use in the descending order. Included in the group by list, you can override this by using the order by clause. So there is an example for the uh, group by clause. So you can select the department. So here what it's doing, it's selecting the department ID, average salary from employees, then it's doing the group by clause. So group by department ID. Just now I told you that if you want to find the average of average of salaries of like people working in different departments, so you can go for this one. So you can see that what is the average salary of department ID, people working in department ID 10 is 4,400, for 20 it's 9,500. So this is how it's doing, right? You are using, so it's like here we are not using the whereby and order where clause and the order by clause. So it's just mentioned that if you want to use, it's totally the where clause and order by clause is totally optional, but based on the question, you should go through it if it's required. So again, we have used this group by, and we have we have used this one, order by clause. So here it's written that select department ID, average of salary from employees, group by, how we are grouping, obviously by department ID, and we are ordering it by average salary. Okay, this is how we are doing it. So I hope like this is like another query is there, like select average of the department commission PCT, mean, that is finding the minimum hire date, maximum salary into 12 from employee, where job ID. Can anyone tell me what is the symbol? What is the symbol called? Yeah, anyone can write in the chat also. What is the symbol called? No one. It's not equal to in SQL, right? Where job ID is not equal to ST clerk. So it's grouping, we are grouping by department ID. So here is the output. Okay. Please everyone go through the slides. You will get everything. In the like in the single table query command, when we discuss, we have discussed the symbols also, this type of symbols. So this was all about the group by clause I wanted to discuss, like group functions. Okay. So we'll practice these things in the next class, like in the lab class. But today I showed you because I'll be giving you assignments on that day, and we hardly will get time. Like I want you people to get some time and just do these things. And this is important for your like in terms of your like theory also. So any confusion till this part?
No, ma'am.
No, no one. Everyone understood the group function. So I shall be like sharing the PPT because I have to start with the single row functions also, but it's okay. I'll not start today. Like single row functions are they're like same thing, but we have time, so I think I can start also. Here. It's okay. I'll not start today. Let me take the attendance. You people like it was a really small class, so it's okay. We'll discuss things because I have told you these things. You please go through it, and you need to practice all these things. Okay. Let me take the attendance for today. Okay. Now you can enjoy the day. So thank you everyone for attending the classes. I'll be sharing the PPT with you.